And here's my question to you. My question to you is, why is it such a stretch to believe that the purpose of our life was already in what Khalil Gibran said, the great Lebanese poet, when you are born, your work is placed in your heart. I'd say it's even before you're conceived. It's when you made that shift from the world of spirit into that tiny little subatomic particle that began you. When that moment of going from formless to form moved you into spirit, you moved in spirit, you became inspired. And you signed up for that, and you know that. There's a part of you that knows. Why is it such a stretch to believe that the shape of your body, the shape of your life, the shape of your eye, your physicalness, every physical attribute that you have right here, and all of you know that this physical attributes that define your body were not something that you choose every day. I hold a hair up on the pillow in the morning and ask the metaphysical question, what held it in yesterday? I don't know. You know things are drooping. You know the hair color is changing. You know the skin is sagging a little bit. You know that the physicalness that you are is like a future pull that is in a tiny little microscopic dot that began at the moment of your conception. But that tiny little microscopic dot, if we take it back to find out where it really emanated from, you would discover that it didn't come at all from a physical perspective. It came from the world of formlessness. If the shape of your eye and the shape of your legs and the shape of your body and the color of your skin and everything else about you in a physical sense not only emanated from a tiny little drop of human protoplasm, but it actually emanated from a energy field that is formless, then why is it such a stretch to assume that your life and your purpose and what you were intended to be is also in that same energy field? It's so mysterious to just watch your body go through what it's going through, but to understand that what you're here for, what you signed up for, what your source is. And what I want to spend the time that I have here with you this afternoon, I want to go back to this source because that's what I'm working on, I think. I probably am, because I can't stop it. It's been the same for as many years as I've been writing books, and I've written 25 of them. And in each of these experiences, particularly since a book called You'll See It When You Believe It back in the 80s, which represented a major shift in my life from psychology into spirituality, that it's almost as if it can't be stopped. When you become inspired, Patanjali said, by some great purpose, some extraordinary project, all of your thoughts break their bonds. Your mind transcends limitations. Your consciousness expands in every direction, and you find yourself in a new and a great and a wonderful world. And then he said, I love this, dormant forces, that is, forces that you thought were not available to you, were dead, inactive. When you become inspired now, he said, dormant, when you move into spirit, dormant forces, faculties and talents come alive, and you discover yourself to be a greater person by far than you ever dreamed yourself to be. Dormant forces. You begin to have a collaboration with fate, and what Jung called synchronistic events and synchronistic people, and the right all kinds of everythings begin to show up for you and work for you. And at the beginning, when this first starts happening for you, you go, whoa, booga, booga, booga. You're not going to believe this. I was just thinking about so-and-so, and I couldn't get them out of my mind. And then the telephone rang, and it was them, and they answered the phone. And you call everybody that you know. You need to get something done. You need to get something fixed. You need to have something work in a new way. And you can't figure out how to get it done. And then you're driving along the freeway and you look and it says, we will fix whatever it is you need fixed. And you go, whoa, what happened? And you follow them down the highway, jotting down the numbers to get things working for you. Everybody, this is a universal human experience. I don't even have to ask for a show of hands because I know that everybody in the room has experienced this kind of a thing. But what I'd like to suggest to you, as you begin to move up this way towards vibrating to a faster and a faster energy, to source energy, you get yourself to a place where you not only are no longer calling everybody that you know when it happens, but you start to have a sort of an expectation. Why, of course. I've been thinking about this. This is something, and when I think about it, and I have a vibrational match with my desire, and what it is that I am thinking matches up with what it is that I would like to create, and I'm on the same frequency there, why, of course it's going to materialize. I would expect nothing else. And then you get to a point where you almost get a little bit arrogant about it. Like, what's taking you so long? And it becomes, these dormant forces are no longer dormant. And it's all about moving into this energy field, moving closer to source. The basic message that I have for you here tonight is that you came from a source energy that I call the field of intention. And your job in every thought and in every feeling and in every action is to get yourself back into harmony with that source.